everybody! Today it's Feel Good Friday! Hello, 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 hi, hello, hey, hi, hello there. Welcome to another Feel Good Friday. Now this Friday it's going to be a little bit special because as you all know, June is Pride Month. Now, what do I have to tell you? Oh wait, I put that in the title, sorry. So yes, let's talk about sexuality. Let's talk about maybe not that one. So ever since I was about 13, 14, I think it was more when I was 14 that I fully realized that I was not straight. And of course I do like to say that labels and all that, it's not important, but for self-awareness, self-processing, self-worth, just giving it a place, just knowing where you belong does help a lot, especially when it comes to these kind of things. I find that's just my personal opinion on that, of course. It took me a long time to figure out. I always thought I was bisexual. But then I noticed that the people that I dated weren't really either strictly male or strictly female, because there are loads of different genders, as you know, and I'm not going to go into it because it's very complicated and there's just so many of them. And it's wonderful because now it's Pride, especially on my Twitter feed. I see so many people that are coming out or are just openly proud of who they are. And it's just so lovely to see all the colors and all the support and love being poured out. As you all know, I am a very loving person. I don't really see anybody as anything other than the person that they are. I don't care what you're into as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. That's always been my life motto with everything, you know. Like I had a conversation earlier today about weight. People are so concerned and so critical about what weight you are or what size you are, and I'm like, what does it matter? A person's a person. And I'm the same like that with sexuality as well, and with gender for that matter, but we're gonna focus on sexuality today. So for me it was a long process of realizing that I am not bi. I am not straight. So what am I then? And I think it's only been since the last couple of years where I fully felt comfortable expressing who I really am. And it kind of saddens me because, you know, I grew up in a country that is supposedly very open-minded, supposedly very pro other sexualities other than heterosexuality, and it isn't. You know, there is a lot of pocketed tolerance. So, you know, in Amsterdam we had the gay pride. It got cancelled a couple of years because it got a lot of attacks from people who were against gay people or any of the other sexualities that were represented there. And it was really heartbreaking to see that, you know, in my supposedly tolerant country. I don't know, I think society has a lot to do with this, where they get a little bit too brainwashed about what's supposedly normal. And I've always said there's no such thing as normal, there's no such thing as one big rule that we all should adhere to be accepted. The only thing that you need to be accepted is be a good person and just take people for who they are. That's all you need. There are differences, there are different tastes, there are different opinions. That's what's so nice about people, is that there's so many varieties, so many differences, but there's also so many common things that we have. Like, we all want to be loved, we all want to be accepted, we all want to belong somewhere. And even those who think that they don't, they do. It's just what we are. So as it's never really been a secret that I'm not straight, I don't think a lot of people realize that I'm not. I really don't care. It's like, if you're an amazing person and I fall for that personality, then that's all I care about. I'm the same with age, you know. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, I can't date someone who's younger than me. Oh, I can't date someone who's older than me. Or even worse, I can't date someone who doesn't have blonde hair, or I can't date someone who is shorter than me or taller than me, or who is fat or is thin. Or I never had that. I've been with big people, small people. I've been with people who like, I had a boyfriend who was a lot shorter than me. I've had someone who was like a mile higher than me. Genders, I am really gender blind. I go for the person and not the gender. And of course everybody's different in that, and I respect that. It's just that when hatred and intolerance comes into it, when it's a problem, we all have our wants and needs and things that we are attracted to, and as much as I find it really strange that people are very specific and close-minded about things, that's up to them, you know, it's not my life, and as long as they're being nice to anybody else who is not like that, then, you know, you do you, and I do me. And we won't do each other, probably. It took me a few years, it took me a long time to realize that I am pansexual. And pansexual, basically, I always like to say, is being gender blind. So that means that you are not into any gender specifically, you just fall for the person, and that's it. And I really like that. I like that. So in honor of that, I'm wearing some of the colors. I know I was trying to find a light blue top, but I don't have any light blue, so unfortunately, that's it. You just get the yellow and the pink today. But I think it's this year where I openly want to celebrate that fact that I am pansexual. I am not straight. It is ridiculous that in this day and age that we should still be feeling like we can't. And it is just a very human thing that we have to be intolerant and unaccepting of things we don't understand or we don't agree with. You know, I've done it in the past, don't get me wrong, I'm not a saint, you know. I learned through my mistakes. I grew up a lot as a person, I grew as a person, and you know, that's why I'm saying these things. It's not that I'm saying, you know, I'm a saint and I'm perfect and, you know, do as I say. Because that's not the thing. I'm just sharing what I've experienced and just my thoughts on how we could make things better. And I know we have a long way to go, unfortunately. And it is getting better, but I still see a lot of violence towards anything that's abnormal. Today I just wanted to share with you that I am pansexual. I am not straight. And if you are straight and you're watching this, not a problem. A lot of straight people think that pride is all about being anti-straight people, anti-heterosexuality, and it's not at all. And if you do experience that, then I'm sorry, because I know some of it's out there. That's not what it's about. It is just a month where we can feel proud, where we can feel celebrated instead of ridiculed and judged and have all this hatred directed towards you, you know? On Twitter it's so nice to see all these people come out with their colors and their pride and just everybody being accepting and tolerant and sharing the love towards each other. It's so good to see, and I hope you all agree with me. If not, then you're on the wrong channel, bub. I just wanted to give you all my love and support and know that not everybody is intolerant and unaccepting. There are a lot more people out there than you know that do accept you and do love you for who you are. And I hope you love you for who you are as well. If you're struggling with your sexuality, take the time to figure out what it is and what you're into. My heart does go out for anybody who is struggling and who doesn't get the support. And I'll leave a link below with some information if you wanted to look up on all the different sexualities that are out there. It's one amazing rainbow of variety, and all we need is love and understanding. So today's video is kind of like an official coming out, I guess. Like I said, it's never been a secret, but I've never really made an official statement like, hey, here I am, so here I am, and I don't care what you think. But I know that it will take a lot of time before we're anywhere where, you know, tolerance and acceptance is a much bigger thing than the intolerance and hatred that we see so much of. But that's not why we're here. We're here for love and acceptance and tolerance and celebration of who you are. So celebrate who you are, and I hope you're comfortable in your own being, and I hope you share some of that pride. You're not alone. There are more of us out there than you think, and it is really not that common to be straight. Sorry, guys. Or not as common as you might like to think. Or not as normal as you might like to think. I wanted to make this a very, what do you call it? Profound. There you go. I can English sometimes. I wanted to make this a really profound video, but I don't think it's gonna be. I just, I'm out. There you go, official. Okay, that's it. I'm out, jazz hands and everything. Woo! then again, who cares, right? That's the thing. Who cares? Anyway, happy Pride, everyone, and I will see you when I see you.